Well, hello everyone, and welcome into the final race of the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing live on Star Your Systems TV on Twitch TV, Start Your Systems TV, a Start Your Systems on YouTube program tonight. We've got a very interesting lineup tonight in Las Vegas, a completely different schedule than to what we are accustomed to. We're just waiting to see what happens here in these races, but I'm going to take you guys through a lineup, or not a lineup, but a schedule check here in just a second. I want to get, first off, check in the live stream chat and make sure that you guys can see and hear everything that's going on tonight. Please give me an okay or a, working fine or something like that, something usual. Anyway, let's take you guys through a rundown of the schedule of tonight's racing. As we said earlier in the year, West and East will each have a championship point scoring race tonight, unlike the real life racing. And Michael Wheeler, the organizer at RaceFactorGaming.com, has decided to run the schedule as following. Thank you, CJ Program, for letting me know it's all good. The 250 East and West classes both will have the top 18 riders from timed qualifying seeded into tonight's main event. All other runners from 19 through 40, that's 22 riders, will each split into two different last chance qualifiers. The 250 West LCQ will go first, top four, of course, to the main event. The 250 East LCQ will go second, and again, top four to the main event. That is what will start off tonight's program in Las Vegas. Then it goes back to somewhat of a normal schedule to start with. We go race 3 will be 450 heat number 1. Race 4 will be 450 heat number 2. Of course, those go 6 laps with the top 4 transferring to the main event. And then race 5 is 250 West main event. Okay, 250 West main event, race 5. That is 15 laps, the 22 riders, 4 of which came through that last chance qualifier, 18 of which seeded directly in through qualifying. Top 9 from the 250 West main event transfer directly to the East-West shootout. Race 6 is the 250 East main event. And again, top 9 will transfer directly to the East-West shootout. All other runners will head to the East-West last chance qualifier, 19 through 20, or 19 through 40. That would be positions 10 through 20 in each main event go to the East-West LCQ. Then race 7, 450 semi number 1. So for the 450 class, that's 5 laps, top 5 transfer to the main event. Race 8, 450 semi 2. Race 9 is the 250 East-West shootout last chance qualifier. So that's the first opportunity where we'll see the East and the West guys pit against each other, but it'll be the 10 through 20 runners in the previous main events that will go for 4 laps, and the top 4 will go to the East-West shootout. Then we will have the 450 last chance qualifier as race 10. Race 11 will be the 250 East-West shootout, where we will finally see who is the best of both coasts. And round out tonight, race 12 is the per usual 20 lap, 22 rider 450 main event. So that is a quick synopsis of tonight's race schedule to keep you guys in the loop. And it looks like I did that with perfect timing as we're about to grab a restart for what I presume will be race 1, 250 West last chance qualifier. And this should be the warm-up lap. Oh, nope, doesn't look like we're quite there yet. Now that I think about it, hold on just a second. I will be right back. Sushi? Hello? Hello? Oh, I guess I was muted that whole time. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Everybody in chat, please let me know if you can hear and see what's going on the screen. Apparently I was talking that whole time with my microphone muted. Isn't that awesome? CJ program telling us that Russ Chapman is 12 years old. Interesting. Going through the age limit in RF, which is a minimum of 13 years old. The Real 371 in chat saying, why does that matter? Well, it kind of matters since maturity levels in this game really are kind of an important aspect of it, since it is a simulator and there is close racing. And so you don't want a bunch of under 10-year-olds. I mean, I guess 12 is borderline, but you know, like 10-year-olds and under just kind of willy-nilly shooting across the track, getting one golden lap in and then ruining other people's races. This game is meant for an older audience, that is for sure. Not sure what is happening though. Oh, here we go. Nope, Vanderhoof on the line. Go ahead, JLV, take us for a lap. Alright, JLV is not going to take us on a lap, so I will. That third person squid mode. Also been drinking, so this should be interesting. Oh, sounds like JLV's going now. Let's follow JLV. Creator of the game, Josh Vanderhoof. Gonna spin some laps here in Vegas as we await for Wheels to, I assume, figure out his scripting. I know that he was talking earlier in our pre-race live stream chat about how that possibly having some bugs. So maybe he's gonna take a little bit to figure that out, but we'll just watch Josh turn some laps. For those of you that don't know, Josh Vanderhoof, of course, is creator of the game, but is a keyboard player as well, so that's why he looks super spotty. Alright, maybe we got this figured out now. It is a parade lap again, so 250 West LCQ warm-up. So again, we will see these same 5 gentlemen that I listed before, presumably going for 4 spots to get into the West main event here in Las Vegas. So we've got Chris Jason, Neil Wells, Jack Baker, Tanner Thorson, and Aaron Winter. And one of these gentlemen is going to have a pretty bad night, as he showed up tonight hoping to race and is not going to be headed to either of the main events, whether it be the West main event or the East-West shootout, if he's trying to get into that as well. So again, like in past, these West main events kind of are treated as heat races for the East-West shootout, although they are their own separate point-scoring events. But out of this particular race, this is trying to get into tonight's West main event, which will be race 5, as I said earlier. But here we go, 4 laps, top 4 to the main. It is 250 West LCQ racing in Las Vegas. Ooh, contact. Tanner Thorson gets together with Aaron Winters, so we got a plethora of blue bikes coming out to turn 1. It is Chris Jason coming down Thunder Alley to get the hole shot, or it looks like he's going to try to. Neil Wells right behind him, and it is Chris Jason with the hole shot. This guy's taking a little bit of a different line than the on-off approach to this rhythm section, but it's working out for him. So Jason takes the early race lead here. Josh Betts is correct. I am tipsy. I'm currently enjoying a rum and coke. That's almost gone, so I'll probably crack a beer next. Also got my girlfriend here cooking dinner. Chris Jason looks to lead lap 1 here, and he does on the lap number 2. He's your race leader. Jack Baker runs in that second place ride with Neil Wells and Aaron Winter inside of the top 4. Tanner Thorson's got to get a move on and try to run those guys down if he wants to race in tonight's 250 West main event. Oh, we got somebody stuck in the bales. That is Chris Jason. That was your race leader. He is stuck. He's got to back out of those things and go around. So he goes from the lead to last and is no longer in a transfer spot. Bummer for Jason. Oh, looks like we have got somebody else off the track, and he comes back on and clobbers Chris Jason. That was Aaron Winter. So Jason's still not in a transfer spot. Aaron Winter is in one now. Tanner Thorson's third. Neil Wells coming by your camera here is in second. And now Jack Baker holds down the race lead, although he's doing his best to throw that away as he goes down. Neil Wells now into the lead. Shout out to all these dudes just for signing up for the West. They get some serious TV time. Oh, Aaron Winter, a little out of shape. This might be the kind of storyline of tonight, though. Ooh, Chris Jason goes down. It's going to be a tough uphill fight for him to get back up there. We got a battle for the lead between Jack Baker and Neil Wells. But as I was saying, this might be kind of the storyline of tonight is not very many people showing up. And the reason that is because when you've got the coasts on either side of the coast and like a main event. So like, for example, let's take, Matt Burkeen, for example. Matt Burkeen, we will see in tonight's West main event a little bit later. Burkeen is a 250 West rider, but there's no rule in RF about not racing the 450 class on the opposite coast. So when we switch coasts, Burkeen jumps up to the 450 class, thus making a much fuller 450 class because all the 250 West riders moved up as all the 250 East riders moved down. So you always have kind of an even out period of more full gates because of that. Now, because there's all three classes racing the same night, you have less West riders showing up, less East riders showing up, and likely to be less 450 riders showing up. So we might not have full gates all night long, but we will, I'm sure, field a 22-man main event for every race, as obviously we will here, as there is an LCQ being run. And Jack Baker is your current leader. Neil Wells second, Aaron Winter third, Thorson is fourth. Chris Jason trying to catch up. He's actually gotten fairly close since we last checked in on him. Not sure if this will be the first main event for any of these guys this season, but I would also like to give everybody a shout out since the first ever main event I made was a 2012 Las Vegas West main event when I qualified my way in. So these guys in the same position as me, if they're looking at their first main event tonight, looking to do it in the 250 West region out of this last chance qualifier. A little bit different format when I did it versus what they're doing now. I don't know why they don't put people in the stands anymore, BL143. I'd assume that is because it might cause other people's games to lag. But Jack Baker is your 250 West LCQ winner here. He's going to that West main event here in a few moments. Neil Wells also headed through with him. Aaron Winter looking to bring home third, and Tanner Thorson going to hang on to fourth, so long as he doesn't go down. He's gonna roll the triple here. Aaron Winter through in third. Chris Jason is trying to chase down Tanner Thorson. Oh, Thorson, a mistake. Here comes Chris Jason. He's going to go to that outside line. Thorson's just got to be clean through the whoops. Jason, little mistake to the line, and Thorson is going to the main event. Cuts are in, and Chris Jason is not going to the main event. Okay, so we've got one LCQ in the books. Next up we have 250 East LCQ. I assume there might be a few more riders in this one. Might be wrong. There we go. A little bit more of a full gate for this one. Does look like this is 250 East LCQ on the line. Let's see if I can get a lineup. All right, here we go. Oh man, Wheels is in this one. All right, 250 East LCQ lineup reads as follows: Michael Wheeler, Chandler Rogers, Mikey Ballone, Jake Adams, David Wright, Sonny Edmondson, Chad Green, Andrew Peakman, Phil Bull, Nick Carvalho, Aaron Gordon, and Corbin Lenaway. So we've got 12 riders shooting for 4 spots in tonight's 250 East last chance qualifier. Those 4 spots will transfer them to the 250 East main event. That will be race 6. We are currently on race 2. And they will hope to transfer out of that 250 East main event, which of course is a point scoring race for the East Coast Series, into what will be race 11, the 250 East-West shootout. So we're going to see these guys duke it out here. All right, here we go. It is time for that 250 East last chance qualifier here in Las Vegas, live on Star Systems TV. Ooh, Contact has somebody flipping. That might have been Chad Green. It's going to be Andrew Peakman through Thunder Alley, ripping that whole shot just in front of the 152 of David Wright. Oh, Wright gets into the back of him. Suddenly Chandler Rogers takes over the lead, but he goes off the track. Might cough it up, and he does, to the 129 machine, or 139 rather, of Mikey Ballone. Billon, whatever. Wheels is in second now, going for the lead. Ballone tries to shut the door. He's got it still. Michael Wheeler runs second on that number 99 FamMX.com ride. David Wright sits third, Chandler Rogers in fourth, and then Phil Bull, Sonny Edmondson, Chad Green, Corbin Lenaway, and Andrew Peakman outside looking in. Nick Carvalho back here bringing up the rear a little bit. Wheels to the lead. Missed the pass for the lead, but it is the 99 machine of Michael Wheeler, who now goes to the race lead. Billon went off the track, so David Wright moves into second. Almost throws it away right there, though. BL143, I'm assuming you're Benny Landry. Do you think you've made a comeback for 2K15? You looked pretty well this year. You did a very nice job. I don't know if you're racing tonight, but good luck to you if you are. Wheels getting away. Belon under pressure, or just actually got back by David Wright with an inside move on the ski jump. David Wright going to try to go inside here. Nope, thinks better of it. Rogers still holding down a transfer spot. And then Chad Green, who is down on the start right behind them. So things are kind of tightening up a little bit here. Wow, look at how close all these guys are running. All of them in transfer spots right now, cannot afford to crash. Oh, Rogers' little mistake, and then Balone gets put on the ground by, oh, Rogers now down. David Wright put Balone on the ground, so suddenly Chad Green moves up into third. He's now in a transfer spot. And Corbin Lenaway runs in fourth. Oh, Chad Green down, Lenaway down as well. We got two no-leggers sitting right here. Oh my goodness, everybody's piling in. Phil Bull is going to make 4 passes in one as he goes into third spot now. Chad Green gets up still in a transfer spot. I put that camera in a terrible spot. Apologize for that, but no time to fix it now. On Rails asking if there's a 13-year-old age limit, why is Devin Davis playing? Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but Devin Davis is actually 20 years old, I believe, so Davis perfectly old enough to play Race Factory Gaming Supercross. Wheels is going to take the white flag in the race lead. David Wright runs second. Then Phil Bull has pressure from Chad Green, but they have no pressure for miles, it would appear, behind them. Balone was down with Lenaway, and here comes Chandler Rogers. And they are way behind this battle, so really need a disaster now out of Phil Bull to lose that final transfer. Oh, Rogers down again as Balone crossed in the whoops a little bit. How about Michael Wheeler, though? Race Factory Gaming host has ran all 17 rounds of Supercross this year and done a very nice job of doing so. Protests have been handled this week. A couple guys have been suspended. Not necessarily Michael Wheeler's doing, but nonetheless has put on a very nice program for us to partake in this season. Looking to win this LCQ, but watch out. Here goes David Wright into the race lead. So Wright trying to steal this LCQ win away from Michael Wheeler. It looks like he might do it. Wheels down the inside. Nope. Wright, final corner, a little roll to the finish line through the whoops. Wheels is trying to drag race him, and David Wright by .086 takes the win on Michael Wheeler. Chad Green runs in third, so he and Phil Bull are looking like they're going to the main event quite easily. Nobody near them in sight, and it will be Chad Green and Phil Bull clicking their tickets to tonight's 250 East main event. So Corbin Lenaway comes up 11 seconds short to making it in tonight's racing. Mikey Balon, Chandler Rogers. Rogers just Trey Kennard, or more like Ryan Marias, Mikey Balon, who is the Trey Kennard of that situation. These guys are still trying to make it to the line. Sonny Edmondson, rough night for the man out of Illinois, I believe, as he comes home in 6th. Nick Carvalho is going to end up 7th. Mikey Balon in 8th. Chandler Rogers in 9th. And we still wait for Aaron Gordon, Jake Adams, and Andrew Peekman. So those guys are all out, except Gordon. Gordon's just trying to make it to the line. All right, cuts are in, and of course I didn't think that'd be affected in any way. In fact, Lenaway actually had quite a bit more cuts. However, Wheels did take the win over David Wright, who actually ended up with 2.65 seconds of cuts. Wheels had 2.05 seconds of cuts. So both of them dirty, dirty little cheaters. Yet Wheels is still gifted the win. All right, folks. So the somewhat meaningless part of tonight's race is now over. Not that it was not meaningful in the sense the guys were trying to make it in tonight's main event, but there was no points on the line or anything of dire importance for those last chance qualifiers other than making the 250 West and East main event, which in the past you just qualified directly into. So a little bit different format tonight. Now we'll get back to some more regular stuff, although it is quite a different format than usual anyway, because we have 450 heat racing coming up now. Whoa, hello. So we've got 450 heat number 1 on the line. Looks like we've got a fairly full gate for this one tonight, so that's pretty neat. Hunter Root, your 2015 MotoOption Supercross champion, running the red plate. We'll see him next season with that number 1 plate. Look at these guys on the 450s. Of course, we haven't seen the fastest 250 riders out there yet, but those guys on the 450s able to look at Root. He almost tripled over the triple face. Now we've got track maker Stephen Barrington here on your screen. Let's give you guys a quick rundown, and in fact, it is not a full gate tonight. So we've got Ty Brakefield, Casey Ohlert, Stephen Barrington, Travis Hoffman, Jack Haley, Chase Blakely, Jeremy Shipley, Jack Roberts, Spencer Turley, Race Carlin, Hunter Root, Cody Darr, Devin Davis, Tyson Fresquez, Samuel Bergeron, and Jack Fowler, going for 4 spots and 6 laps in tonight's 450 heat number 1 race in Las Vegas. Okay. Whoops, my bad. Did not mean to do that. Let's take a look right here in the middle. We got Jack Roberts on the 75 machine right in the middle of our screen. Let's go 450 heat racing in Las Vegas. Hunter Root gets to the corner first, and a couple guys go down as Root leads him through Thunder Alley with Tyson Fresquez right behind him. Race Carlin looks to be right there on the 12, and Shipley on the 39. It's Root, Fresquez, Carlin, and Shipley out of turn 1 in the top 4 transfer spots. Fresquez quadding right behind his teammate Root, almost gets into the back of him. Oh, teammates side by side almost make contact. Whoa, Fresquez nearly had the pass done, but was forced to go wide. Now Carlin right there in the mix on the 12 ride. These guys throwing it on the finish line. Fresquez goes a little long. That's a very short finish line jump this week. Root thought he made a little mistake. Just to angle the camera. Fresquez into the berm, or into the bales on the outside of the berm. He's going to lose about 4, now 5 spots. He's going to go all the way back to the 7th place position. And now down as Jack Fowler comes across him in the whip section. So right now we've got Root, Shipley, Carlin, and Davis in transfer spots. Davis looks like he's got some pretty nice looking Vegas-themed purple gear and bike. So shout out to Devin Davis on that MotoX Addicts ride with some interesting sets of gear. He must have had that in his team pack at the beginning of the year, so very nice job on thinking ahead. Shipley since has moved into 2nd after Fresquez went down, and Root somehow did not go down right there. Those hacks must be really nice. Davis did go down though, not sure what happened, but down on the quad out, gonna hand up the spot to Samuel Bergeron. So Bergeron in the 4th and final transfer spot. Davis slips back. Then we got Turley, Haley, Roberts, and Barrington right behind them. Oh, we had Bergeron down on the triple. Davis landed into him, as did Jack Haley. So looks like Spencer Turley, excuse me. Now in that final transfer spot. Shipley must have went down as Carlin's now into 2nd and pretty far gone. Root down with the lead. Just caught him as he must have gone down on the triple off of the Dragon's back. So that's going to hand the race lead to the number 12 ride of Race Carlin. So Carlin leads as he comes down Thunder Alley. Root back to second. Didn't lose a ton of ground even though he fell off the bike. Shipley runs third. And Turley trying to make it directly to the main event. Out of tonight's heat race, Jack Roberts on the 75 system decal ride, not far behind him. Makes a little mistake in the middle of the rhythm section here, though, going to lose some time. Impressed with Spencer Turley. Kind of came out of nowhere and has really been a consistent main event threat in this 450 class. Davis is running in 6th, Fowler 7th. Now Fresquez has worked his way back up to 8th. Remember last time we saw him, he was down with Jack Fowler in the whoops, and now he goes down himself. No fault of anybody's there. Oh, looks like Jack Roberts has missed the finish line or done something very strange as he was going backwards. Comes right in front of Ty Brakefield. All right, so let's reset things a little bit. Root has reassumed the race lead. Carlin has since slipped back to second, so number 11 and number 12 on the track, but number 1 and 2 in our hearts. Just kidding, that's in the race order. Shipley now runs third, and Turley runs in that 4th spot still. Davis is in 5th, but pretty far back. We've got 2 laps to go coming to the flag stand this time by. So we'll have to see how that works out. Again, championship wrapped up. This man on your screen, Hunter Root, is your 2015 MotoOption Supercross champion. But there's still one more race win on the line this week. All these guys wanting to stamp their name on that list. Kind of interested to see Devin Davis riding this class. He raced the 250 East class all season, or most of the season. Racing a 450 class tonight. Race Carlin going to try an inside move, and I have a terrible camera angle of that since I put that camera in the wrong spot, but Carlin takes over the race lead. Root's going to try to slide back up the inside and get by him, and he does. Very nice move by Hunter Root. I thought he was going to swing too wide, and Carlin could swing back underneath of him. Good battle for the lead. Let's see what happens here. Root able to do the quad out. Here comes Carlin to the inside. These guys playing cat and mouse. Carlin takes over the race lead as Root must have seen him come and checked up a little bit. So Carlin back into the lead. Now makes a mistake. Root from the outside getting held up. Not sure what's going on. These guys are kind of toying with each other. Now side by side in the whoops. Dualies. Carlin screws that up. But Root went down anyway, so not the coolest dualies. Now Shipley suddenly finds himself in the battle for the lead. Carlin, Shipley, Root, and Turley still in the final transfer spot. Devin Davis not able to make any ground on Turley, who's run very consistent laps in that 4th spot. Not faulty to the pressure in any way. It is a white flag here, though. 450 Heat 1. Race Carlin looking to stamp his name on the list of heat race winners. Oh, Shipley was trying to get close to him. Ends up sliding out behind him, so he's going to have an earful of Hunter Root in a second, but we'll watch Race Carlin bring that number 12 motosport.com ride to the line. One more corner through the whoops, and your 450 Heat number 1 winner is Race Carlin. Shipley able to hang on for second, just barely, as he wheelies through the whoops. Root ends up 3rd. Now we wait for Turley and Davis to come to the line. Looks like Turley's going to have it as if he just stays smooth in these last couple corners. Yeah, Davis went down, so Turley through the whoops. He's headed to the main. He ends up 4th. Davis, Bergeron, Blakely, Roberts, Barrington, Fowler, Haley, Fresquez, Brakefield, Dar, Hoffman, Ohlert. All those runners will be headed to the semi-races here in a few moments. All right, I'm back. Apologies. Trying to eat dinner here as this race goes on. Alrighty, folks. 450 heat number 2 is on the line, so give you an idea of who all is here tonight. Byron Downen on that number 1 machine running the number 1 plate for the final time as he goes flipping into the stands. Downen is no longer your champion as Root has taken that role. Everybody just went down in turn 1, I'm pretty sure. So Gonzalez ended up out ahead of that, but that was just a parade lap. Anyway, about Byron Downen, supposedly this might be his last race of the season, and is not expected to be able to make any of the outdoor rounds, schedule conflicts. So we'll have to keep up with that story as we head into outdoors. But anyway, we have got 450 heat number 2 on the line, 6 laps, top 4 to the main. Let's go racing again in Las Vegas. Downen beats everybody to the line and brings that number 1 plate through the Race Tech banner, through Thunder Alley to take that hole shot. Oh, but he goes down at the far end of the stadium, got a little off skew with his braking, and it ends up that looks like Ty Smith grabbed the hole shot officially, but it's Jacob LaRoche with the lead. Mike Strelo running second with Nash in third. So how about it? Number 293, Jacob LaRoche of Twist Moto, leading them through here. Strelo runs in second. Strelo has made a main event earlier this year, but he's about to be passed by Robert Nash, who tries a low line there. Nash, the 2013 250 East champion, makes a bobble here at the end of the rhythm and does not clear that jump sufficiently enough, so Strela's going to get back by him. LaRoche pulling away, though, with the lead. Now we've got Downen moving back up to 4th after his early crash. 2012 and 2013 outdoor bridesmaid Tyler Crane runs in the 5th position, so he is not in a transfer spot. Neither is Jesse Mullins, who's running Jeremy Smith's bike tonight. Again, Smith, another person that I'm told is not going to be racing outdoors this year. A lot of guys finally stepping away from this game after such a long time playing it, meaning less competition as Downen blows his final transfer spot. So Crane now into that spot. Mullins trying to go get him right away. Look at this inside move for Mullins, not going to work. Crane powers out of the corner. Robert Nash and Mike Strelo still going at it as Jacob LaRoche continues to lead. Crane all over the back of Nash after Nash made a little bobble in that rhythm section, but Crane is about to lose the spot to Jesse Mullins. Either way, Nash went down, so they're both still in transfer spots. Crane technically never left 4th place as he got passed by Mullins and then past Nash. So still in 4th place, but he gets into the back of Mullins, who is just off the side of the track. So Nash back into that 4th place and final transfer spot. Down and gets through for 5th. Oh, LaRoche having some troubles with the lead. Strelo able to close in a little bit. They've got Jesse Mullins starting to breathe down their neck a little bit. About 3 seconds or so behind them is Jesse Mullins, who's riding Jeremy Smith's number 4 bike, but Mullins is actually number 10. That is his career number. Smith, of course, runs the 4. As he was last year, 2 years ago's outdoor champion, 2013 outdoor champion. Last year's champ was Dennis Fjellberg outdoors. So here comes Mullins. He's going to try to triple the inside of Strelo. That does not work out in his favor. I don't know how he didn't go down, but now Strelo is going to chop block Jacob LaRoche and take over the race lead. So Mike Strelo on that 517 FanMX.com Race Tech Yamaha is looking really strong tonight. He's got Mullins trying to out-drag him down this straightaway, though, as Mullins was able to swing around the outside of LaRoche. Now he's going to try to go inside on Strelo. Strelo able to block him and puts him on the ground. So Mike Strelo all too wise to the racecraft of Jesse Mullins. With age comes knowledge. Mike Strelo, 30 years old. Jesse Mullins, a wee 19-year-old. So Strelo looking really good, trying to hold off Jacob LaRoche. Now Downen is back up into the 3rd spot, and Nash now holds down the final transfer. Mullins and Crane right there in 5th and 6th. Nobody else even on the same planet at the moment with any of these guys. Looks like LaRoche is getting feisty again, wants to go after Strelo for the lead. The unexpected process in chat saying that they moved this race an hour earlier. That is incorrect. On the times on RF, they were listed wrong. Unfortunately, you may have fallen victim to that, but all season long, the races have started at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and then Pacific Daylight Time once Daylight Savings kicked in, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and Eastern Daylight Time once Daylight Savings kicked in. So we started at the exact same time we have all season. Unfortunately, you may have just misread it on the RF page, and I feel bad for you for that, but I just wanted to point out that we did not start early tonight. Strelo, mistake, blows the lead. Now LaRoche side by side with Downen, and Byron Downen takes over the race lead on that number 1 motorsport.com ride. Says hashtag retirement party. I don't know if Downen is going to necessarily retire from the game. We will just not see him outdoors, but who knows? No Downen, no Smith, a couple of other riders. We haven't seen 2013 Outdoor National Champ Zach Dupuis show his face in almost a year now. So these guys could go away and disappear for good. It would be a bummer to see Downen go away. Definitely one of the more talented riders in this game, capable of winning races. Of course, we haven't seen Alexis Leclerc, the very crafty and quick Frenchman, since I believe round 12. Which was Indianapolis. So Downen just trying to bring this thing home. Strelo's 2nd, Nash 3rd, LaRoche has dropped back to 4th. Crane not close enough to make anything happen right now, but could get closer by the end of this lap. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at Byron Downen as he cruises this one home, though. And Downen is your 450 heat number 1 winner. He's headed straight to the main event. Looks like Strelo trying to get around Jordan Vanderlei. He's going to ticket himself to the main event with a 2nd out of the heat race. Robert Nash also headed to the main, and Jacob LaRoche hangs on. Mullins and Crane out, as is Gonzalez, Landry, Berg, Model, Andrew Wood, William St. Laurent, Bradley Taft, Aaron Plessinger, Ty Smith, Jesse Callaway, and Jordan Vanderlei, who left the line late. So that'll do it for 450 heat race action. Stay with us as we'll be back in just a moment for 250 East and West main event action here on Star Systems TV. You're watching the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing.